Amy Roloff and Marek divorce. The full story behind Little People Big World stars. I will explain everything. For years, Amy Roloff and Marek's relationship was a fairy tale on the popular show Little People Big World. Their love story seemed destined for happiness, but in 2024, the unthinkable happened. After much speculation, they announced their separation. What led to this heartbreaking turn of events? Today, we explore the story behind Amy and Chris's divorce, unraveling the details that many fans may not know. It all began with a chance meeting between Amy and Chris. They quickly formed a connection, bonding over their shared love for life and their families. Amy had recently gone through a difficult divorce with her first husband, Matt Roloff, and was learning to navigate life as a single mother. Chris, a quiet and kind man, had his own life experiences. Their connection felt natural, and before long, they were inseparable. Chris has been so understanding and supportive. He's exactly what I needed in my life. He's someone who truly sees me for who I am. In 2021, Amy and Chris took a major step forward in their relationship, getting married in a beautiful ceremony that was shared with fans of Little People Big World. Their wedding was filled with emotion, from the heartfelt vows to the joy of their families coming together. It seemed like their love was meant to last forever. For Amy, marrying Chris represented the beginning of a new chapter, one where she could finally put the pain of her past behind her and build a new life with the person she loved. However, as time passed, there were small signs that things weren't as perfect as they seemed. Fans began to notice moments of tension during family gatherings, interviews, and social media posts. There were whispers in the community that something wasn't quite right behind the scenes. Amy and Chris's dynamic, once so easy and comfortable, started to change. While both had always been open about their struggles and growth, the stress began to show. Some questioned whether it was the pressures of public life or deeper personal. Then, in late 2024, the shocking news came. Amy and Chris had decided to separate. The announcement left many fans heartbroken, as they had long been seen as the perfect couple. Their separation raised a wave of questions, with everyone wondering what had really gone wrong. After much consideration, Chris and I have decided to separate. This is a difficult decision, and we still care deeply for each other, but sometimes life takes us on different paths. We ask for your respect and understanding during this time. Every relationship faces its challenges, but when both partners' needs aren't being met, or when there's a breakdown in communication, separation can often feel like the only way forward. Different life goals, emotional exhaustion, and external pressures from family, career, and even public scrutiny can deeply affect a relationship. It's often not one single issue, but a combination of factors that leads to a breakup. For Amy and Chris, the pressure of living their lives under the public eye was undeniably challenging. But there were deeper, more personal reasons that contributed to the separation. Both Amy and Chris had grown in different directions over the years. While they deeply loved each other, they had different visions for their future, visions that no longer aligned. Since the separation, both Amy and Chris have embraced new chapters in their lives. Amy, ever the resilient spirit, continues to thrive with her business ventures, motivational speaking, and being a loving mother to her children. She's also embraced the freedom to explore new opportunities, taking on projects that allow her to grow both personally and professionally. Chris, too, has found solace in pursuing his passion for photography and traveling. He has reconnected with his love for capturing the world through his lens, often sharing his breathtaking images with fans on social media. It's been a tough time for all of us, but we've always been there for each other. Mom and Chris will always have our support, no matter what. The impact of their separation was certainly felt by the whole family. While there were difficult conversations, the family remained united in supporting both Amy and Chris as they navigated this new chapter of their lives. Though their romantic relationship has come to an end, The respect and love they shared remain. Both Amy and Chris have continued to express their appreciation for the time they spent together and the lessons they learned along the way. Chris and I had beautiful moments together, and I'll always be grateful for that. This chapter has taught me so much about myself, and I am excited for what's to come. Chris, Marek, Amy will always be an important part of my life. Our journey may have ended, but I'm thankful for the time we shared. Amy and Chris's story is one of love, growth, and eventual separation. Though they may have parted ways, they continue to support each other and lead fulfilling lives. Their journey serves as a reminder that relationships evolve, and sometimes ending one chapter allows us to start another. More update. Amy Roloff catches trespasser and loses it. Chris Marek and Amy Roloff, the well-known actress from Little People, Big World, got divorced. Amy defended her decision to her social media followers. Keep watching to learn the complete reason for this couple's split. In fact, Amy and Chris were married on August 28, 2021. This was a significant turning point for the Lpbw pair, and their fans were thrilled. The wedding was given extra attention on the show. Just 1 week before their one-year wedding anniversary, the pair has called it quits. Many were shocked to learn they weren't together. However, why? What took place? Viewers get a peek into Amy's life through recent disclosures regarding her activities. You might be surprised to see that Chris is noticeably absent from some of her most recent Instagram posts. This week, Amy shared a number of pictures from her trip to see her family in Michigan on Instagram. While there, she attended a wedding and spent a lot of time with her relatives. Amy seemed to be enjoying herself well. The photo below shows Amy enjoying happy hour with her father, Gordon Knight. However, as many fans noted, Chris was not in any of the photos. As a result, many people commented on her posts and asked questions about him. Amy Roloff published some photos of herself and Chris together, but fans didn't have to wait long for her to explain why Chris wasn't in any of them. In an Instagram comment, Amy Roloff responded to a number of questions from fans. In her composition, there have been several inquiries on Chris's location. Since we both took advantage of the chance to see our relatives, he was in Idaho, everything functions properly. We are grateful for the opportunity to spend time with our family members. This division seems to have been temporary. In another Instagram post, Amy told her fans how excited she was to meet her husband and go back home. Do you think it's great that Amy Roloff and Chris Marek got to meet their families? Have you ever wondered why Chris wasn't with Amy's dad? Comment now. More update. Zach Roloff slammed as disorganized as he's unable to control kids in messy house without Tori's help. And being on reality TV has taken a toll on Zach and Tori Roloff, but their reason for leaving Little People, Big World is being criticized. But why? Little People, Big World's Amy Roloff clashes with friend over how to deal with Matt's farm. In Tuesday's episode of a TLC show, Zach was tasked with taking care of the house and watching the kids while Tori was abroad. The reality celebrity apparently found the work too stressful and found it difficult to manage the children's morning routines. Zach took pride in his efficiency despite the fact that he didn't always live up to his wife's standards. However, when a producer pointed out that he had forgotten to place a letter from Tori in Jackson's lunchbox, he ended up kicking himself. The sticky note read, "I miss you. I hope you're having a good day." Disregarding his mistake, Zach vowed to send Jackson the message the next day. Social media users criticized Zach for the wild scene in the video and the unstable situation at home. Not good for the kids, crazy and haphazard. Get up early, an Instagram user wrote. Another person commented, "I hope Jackson didn't wear 2 different shoes to school," drawing attention to Jackson's intriguing shoe selection. Another said, "You're so efficient in jest." Tori was recently criticized by fans for not having the best parenting style. The TV personality posted a video of Lila lifting a large weight above her head at their home gym on her Instagram stories last week. Tori captured the adorable moment of the youngster holding the weight in her hands while lying on her back on camera. The Lpbw star wrote, "Girl getting in the reps with me," as the caption. Viewers criticized Tori for allowing the conduct, which wasn't cute. Whoa! I can't even begin to describe how dangerous it is, and to witness and document that, wow. On an online message board, one of her admirers wrote, "And isn't she a teacher or was something like that? God, oh God. A baby has a weight on it?" Another remark, "I dropped a box off a shelf and it struck my face, breaking my nose. These kids are always on the verge of being seriously injured, be it a campfire or a roaring creek." Worried someone else, "Gosh, I'm getting very nervous about this." "So dangerous," cried a fourth. "These people are really disengaged. Instead of taking the dumbbell out of the baby's hands and placing it out of reach, their first instinct is to grab the phone, record it, and upload it to the gram," a fifth person said. Since Zach and Tori recently announced their resignation from the program, they will soon have more free time. Let's just address the most pressing issue. Will we return to Little People, Big World? Last month, Tori gave a preamble to an episode of their brand new podcast, Raising Heights. "We're not." Zach disclosed, "We made that pretty clear the last cycle. But I don't think the public has been officially informed that we won't be going back to Little People, Big World. We're finished now. That chapter in our lives is closed," Tori said of the decision. Zach also revealed that they hadn't had a formal invitation to return. "I think the chapter is over whether we are welcomed back or not. We made it clear that we were done with that chapter for several reasons. We were done with the last cycle since it was challenging with the family and the farm sale, but they haven't formally asked us to come back because we made it very plain." We continued. As Zach and Tori separated from the 62-year-old Roloff patriarch Matt after he rejected their offer to buy a share of the family's $4 million Oregon farm, the last several seasons of Lpbw have been centered on family drama. Since their relationship with Matt and his 56-year-old fiancée, Karen Chandler, is still hostile, they moved out of state to battleground Washington. More update. Amy Roloff picks flowers for her upcoming wedding to fiancé Chris Marek. "I'm so excited." There are still certain things that need to be finalized, even though Amy Roloff and her fiancé Chris Marek are being married in a few days. The 56-year-old Little People, Big World star traveled to Canby, Oregon, to buy flowers for the couple's wedding. Amy said, "I'm so excited because I have bunches of flowers for my wedding," in a Tuesday Instagram story video, and they're big and bold and beautiful. Amy flicked over to show out a few of the brightly colored blossoms. She added that she is having a blast while she is here. "I'm really happy," she added. "It's for my wedding." Before the summer wedding, Amy and Marek carved their initials and wedding date into a wooden piece of art. Amy recently shared on Instagram, "We're working together on a wood project for the wedding. To the world. Chris is really finishing everything. My small contribution was to brand it." Amy's ex-husband, Matt Roloff, the sole proprietor of Roloff Farms, will host their wedding on Saturday. The engaged couple previously revealed on Little People, Big World that they weighed our options before choosing the Helvetia, Oregon-based venue. According to Amy, many people moved whatever was scheduled for 2020 to 2021 or changed it altogether in order to deploy COVID. So other places just kind of eroded away and Plan B became Plan A. It was hard for Amy to decide to marry at her former home, but she added, "The farm has beautiful scenery and we just don't know what's going to happen with COVID, so it's easier to have it there." Neither Matt, 59, nor his girlfriend, Karen Chandler, received invitations to the wedding. However, Matt disclosed that Roloff Farms is ready for the big day. The farm is ready. Never looking better. feel free to bring it. Effort pays off. Admiring this breathtaking setting he shared on Instagram, I appreciate my everyday team's dedication. Tristan, Karen, Shannon, Jason, David, James, Sven, and KT. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.